Once improvements have been built, the consistent use principle comes into play. The basic concept is that land and improvements need to be valued on the same basis. When the highest and best use of land as vacant is established, the principle of consistent use holds the improvement is to be valued on that same basis. Similarly, there is the principle of balance. This principle holds that a property's maximum value is realized and sustained when each of the four elements of the factors of production are in economic balance. Thus, the value of a property depends on the balance of land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. Then there's the principle of contribution. The principle of contribution relates to how the value of an added improvement affects the value of the underlying property. Under this principle, the value of one component, an improvement, is measured in terms of its contribution to the value of the whole property, rather than the individual cost by itself. A related principle is that of increasing or decreasing return. When a contribution exceeds the cost, this creates an increasing return, and vice versa. For example, think of a $25,000 swimming pool added to a property. Under the principle of contribution, the property's fair market value increases $18,000 due to the addition. This is an example of a decreasing return, since the fair market value of the property increased, but less than the cost to install the pool. Then there's the principle of substitution. The principle of substitution is a truism of the real estate industry, both in the context of sales and appraisals. Under this principle, a buyer will not pay more for a property if it will cost less to buy a similar property of equal desirability. Seems pretty self-evident, right? The principle of substitution is the most basic principle of appraisal, as it is used in each of the three approaches to value. Next, there's the principle of anticipation. This principle concerns how the property will benefit the owner over time and into the future. Essentially, it represents the present worth of the rights to all prospective future benefits, both tangible and intangible. In this context, the owner is anticipating the future benefits they will derive from the property. The principle of anticipation is most commonly used in commercial and income properties. There's also the principle of competition. This principle holds that excessive profits in any line of business will trigger excessive competition, and this excessive competition will in turn destroy profits. This is a fairly challenging concept, so how about an example? Consider a store that opens in a stable area. The store does extremely well and provides a significant return on the investment. Two entrepreneurs, separately and independently, observe the success of the business and open two similar stores in the same neighborhood simultaneously. As a result, the revenue and profits of the original store drops, as does its value. Further, the two new stores don't perform as well as anticipated. And these are the economic principles of appraisal. In the next video, we'll dig into the process of conducting an appraisal and analyzing an appraisal report.